You saw when Beanie Sigel was on TMZ, or TMZ talked to Beanie Sigel, I guess, about the fact that he gave Yeezy his name. This is what Beanie Sigel had to say. Let me go to the
I did name him that. But as far as his business mind and where he took it, you know, Kanye worked hard for this. Kanye don't owe me nothing. I don't know if I would take a number because you give a fish, you give somebody a fish today, he gonna eat for the day. If you teach somebody how to fish, he gonna eat forever. He gonna teach his family how to fish. So I wouldn't a number. I'm not even thinking about a number, but I would love to do some business where I can earn some money because I'm an earner. I never was the type to take just for a handout. My mind is sort of like a Kanye's mind. I think outside the box. I got a lot of business ventures that I think that if me and Kanye was to sit down and had that opportunity to present it to him, that you know, it's some money on the table that I can earn. That's all love, bro. Whatever you got on the table, man, let's sit down, let's talk. It ain't a dollar amount that's on our relationship. Ain't nothing that I've done that I wouldn't do again, bro. You don't owe me nothing but love, bro. But let's get to some money. Let's get to some music. Let's get to some fashion. Let's get to some movies. We can do all that, and the rest will fall in place.
I love that, man. I love that. And since then, I guess it's noteworthy. Since then, they've met up. There were images of Kanye and Siegel embracing each other, and I think they're gonna be talking business, man. And whatever they do, that's between them, and hopefully all the right things happen. But I think that's a great look. What say you?
Just gotta love Beans, man. like Mike. What are your five favorite Beanie Siegel songs?
Oh man, you put me on the spot. I mean, "Feel It in the Air" is one that comes to mind.
Yep, yep.
What's your life like?
Yep.
I mean, he does those things where it's like you feel him. Like he has, and we've talked about this on the show before. He has one of those rare abilities where he can really make you feel where he's coming from. And I think we talked about this last week that his ability to do that on the Dynasty was very. It was blaring in a sense where Jay hadn't gotten to that point yet, and I don't even think Jay's been able to, deliver in that way. And not many people have. I think you got a Scarface, a Tupac, who's able to dig in those realms, a Ghostface, and yeah, man, Siegel's just special.
He's
And he
special.
showed us a lot of things too, like MC wise, when he went up against Jada. I don't care what anybody say, he smashed Jada, and that
He
doesn't
didn't
take
smash
away
him. He definitely threw him a fade. Definitely threw him a
he beat
fade.
Jadakiss in the
Yeah,
battle.
he won, Mike. I'm just saying, I don't think it was like a smash. It ain't
No,
like Kiss
no,
didn't have no heat, but it's like, no, but he won.
he
He won.
won, and that was impressive too at that time because Jada was the. I mean,
He had next. Jada had next on all
Jada
that.
had next. That's the best way to put it. As hyped up as Jada is right now, and well deserved, because he's had an incredible career and he still
That,
is on top
well,
of his
again,
shit. Back
it's
then,
how it was then. It's kind of going back to how it was then. His buzz is like that again. Yeah, it's crazy.
but the fact that Siegel said all those things and he's right. He is the reason that the Rock family or the Rockefeller family was reinvented. That state property brought a lot to Rockefeller and a lot to Jay-Z's career as an individual too. You could see what was rubbing off on him. And some have said that Jay was taking some of their lines here and there, but whatever. That's hearsay. Who knows? But a lot of that state property, but you could hear the influence, and shoot, he was sitting right next to young Chris right there. And a lot of Jay's been questioned about the young Chris influence too. So saying all that to say, Beanie Siegel brought a lot to Rockefeller as a unit, and him being visionary in that way and giving Kanye the Yeezy name, a name that Kanye ran with. And we never even heard anything about this until Kanye said something about it. I look forward to them doing anything together moving forward, man, because, yeah, like Siegel said, he does think outside the box, and he's proven that in the past.
He does. He does. I mean, I'm happy for Beans. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like you, Mike. He's so integral to the success of what's considered to be now a landmark hip hop record label. And I mean, I don't care what you say, Mike, the bag's supposed to add up to the contribution, and it hasn't. And it's looking like these are steps in the manner towards that as well. And shout out to Beans for still kind of wanting to be Beans and kind of do it his way. Like, no, I don't even want it like that. Like, I got ideas. Like, I love it when I hear that, because that lets you know that it's like you still can't throw $1 at Beans and get Beans to change. And they just don't make dudes like that anymore. Like, they don't.
It's a you know, everybody's going to have to work. Like he said, he praised Kanye West's hard work and what he was able to do to get the Yeezy brand to where it is. But Sigel also lets you know, like, yeah, I don't want a handout. Like, I want to work. You know what I'm saying? I want to put in that work too. And we can do that together to a certain extent or whatever. Like, I think that's super dope. Because a lot of people just want to, you know, get your check, chill out, go to the beach, lounge, and kick it. And Beans want to be like, no, I got stuff that I want to work on that, you know, I'm inspired to do that, you know, we could do. And I think that's great.
I mean, Beans could have, you're right, you said, Mike, Beans could have took the check, paid his debts, and, like, you know, went off somewhere.
Yeah, and like, I ain't got to work again type of thing. But he wants to work, and I think that's really, really dope. And it really shows you how integral of a part of Rockefeller that he was. Because I thought about that when I saw him say those things. It's like, you take away state property and that whole movement, or let's just say take away Beans from Rockefeller altogether, that whole movement doesn't happen in that way. Because I remember what it was like when it was just Jay and Bleak. Yeah, I remember what it was like when it was just Jay, Bleak, and Emil. And then when Sigel came, that added a whole different lane. Like, okay, this is a label now.
Hold on, you want to know? How about this? You want to know why? Because his talent commanded that, Mike. I keep telling people, you're talking about somebody with top 5 MC capabilities.
We've talked about this before, and like I said, the talent level of Sigel, the talent level of Sigel, and the fact that he's had to make albums in his prime under the handicap of having one of the most notable and possibly the greatest MC of all time sign off on his beats while he's in the prime of his career too. I don't think there's anybody that's had to deal with that. Like, not
an MC of his caliber.
Not of his caliber. You know, and it's like he could have gotten the greatest beats ever. And Jay heard that and be like, no, that's coming on my effort. Try again.
Yeah. You know? Even like when you hear Do It Again, tell me that Do It Again isn't Siegel's track, really.
I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense. It doesn't make sense to the fact that Jay heard that song and put it down and say, you know what, this is the record I want to put Sigel on.
Right.
It doesn't make sense going that way, but it makes sense going the other way. But I look forward to, you know, hearing what Beans and Kanye have going on. And this might be that resurgence of the Rockefeller unit that people have always wanted. Through the fact that Kanye has a great working relationship with Dame and a great working relationship with Sigel, seems like. And also the fact that, you know, Biggs was sitting in during the Drink Champs. I mean, I don't know what that is, but yeah, this might be a resurgence of these gentlemen doing big business together.
Right. No, and also, too, don't forget, like, that's Chris sitting down in the video next to Beans.
Right.
Beans went and did Oskino's podcast. Beans and Free patch things up about some things that's happened to Free personally. So it is looking like it's starting to converge sans one person, Mike.
Well, I mean, you know, if Ye is the head of it, I hate to say it like this, people aren't as concerned with Jay's involvement.
You really don't need him, do you, if you have Ye, do you? Right.
It's like it's a different division of Rockefeller. You got Ye, because it always feels like people have Jay and Ye on opposite sides anyway. But if you know that Bleak is over here with Jay like it originally was, and now you got Ye, Dash, Sigel, Young Chris, and all that, it's like, oh, well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I think people will accept that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely something in the works. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw, like, you know, some murmurs of like Dash and Sigel and the whole team back together in the same room, Biggs, like all that. That wouldn't surprise me. Like Ye's moving right now. That's what I mean. He's everywhere right now. And he's not moving in a way like it's like he said in the interview. It's like, I'm not telling you what I'm doing anymore. I'm just doing it.
Yeah, and even him patching things up with Drake or whatever, it's like that's all strategic and it's just part of the plan. Like,
Just
okay,
doing
if it's the if you want me to come up here to Toronto and take a picture on
it.
the
Right.
side or whatever, cool, whatever, nigga. Like,
Because
it's not
you know
even that
what?
big of a deal.
But he has the good fortune of seeing very accurately where he is, and so he knows when and how to humble himself in the situation. Be like, yeah, because I got a master plan. None of y'all thinking about really.
Listen. I've always prided Jay-Z on the fact that he thinks 3 or 4 steps ahead of the game. I think that Kanye thinks 3 or 4 steps
Yeah,
ahead of him,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's saying a lot.
No, I could like these moves that he's making, Mike. They're not ancillary like moves that aren't connected.
And they
I'll just
come
like
across as spur of the moment, but they're not.
no, it's not. It's not, Mike. It's not.
And
It's very
Nori tried to credit himself with getting
more
people to like Kanye again, but no, Nori, you were part of the plan.
it's more cohesive than you realize when you really start paying attention, Mike.
Yeah. He's very,
Yeah.
very, very, very smart. Very smart.